You have no idea how this tech has affected my brain. This thing has ruined my life.
You want to know what the mind's eye really is?
It's activating. I know what I have to do.
MindsEYE, the AAA game eating in the hat off everywhere. I think it's fair to say the only thing we're expecting was an entirely secret second game tucked away within everywhere and designed to function as a showcase of what everywhere can do. And its heavily narrative focused experience and a third-person action jammed full of shooting and driving that wouldn't look out of place among the title game director Leslie Benz produced during his tenure at Rockstar. We don't actually get to see much of shooting or the driving, and instead we're just shown a teaser and allowed to see behind the curtain of a little bit of some of the production. MindsEYE, we're told it's something that everyone would have created using everywhere with a powerful editing tool contained within. But within minutes of our tour, it becomes clear that this isn't strictly true. Enthusiastic game developer will not doubt making some amazing things using everywhere. But very few have a motion capture stage in their shield and the ability to draft in a series of actors for performance and a composer to create new music. However, viewed as the idolized representation of what we can create, it had not to be excited by both MindsEYE, which look like an high fidelity version of the exact type of third-person shooter that used to be so common in console generation gone by, and I found myself constantly screaming out for it. MindsEYE is clearly aimed at becoming the thing that demonstrates a sheer power of everywhere. And if I'm being honest, could be the key to its success. As a result, it's kind of confusing about why MindsEYE is the secondary announcement. The one more thing tucked into the end of the user-generated content platform like everywhere that actually needs to be able to show what it can do to convince people to invest their time and energy. As it is, even after looking at some very impressive production pipelines and watching a longer cut screen as the character befriends a wild scientist and try to get a handle on the misery that's still mostly of the journalist in the room, it feels like this could be the main event, something that could gallivant people and get them to try everywhere for themselves. Attached to this is the promise that while your cosmetics and items from within everywhere can't make the trip into MindsEYE, everything about MindsEYE will be able to be used by everyone while editing in everywhere, and playing through the game will deliver a unique reward for players too. That is nearly all we know about it. While the Baptine shied away from discussing everywhere monetizing, it's easy to see that this is a premium part of experience. We can pay for the game and inevitably also buy in the free editor, it makes a lot of sense, and depending on the price, that will draw in a lot of people curious to see what Benzies and the team of Babi can come up with. While talking all through the entire Everywhere and MindsEYE's package, Benzi gleefully explained that while Everywhere has a platform that has been made for audience, MindsEYE has been made for the team at Babi. One of the players, one of the developers. While there is no real world on the overall story, Benzies also revealed that Babi is looking to develop several different titles, each of which that will feel distinctively different in terms of settings, time period, and place, even as they fed into one continual overarching story. Through this lens, perhaps, MindsEYE fits best. A taster of the sort of what Babi wants to create, and a way to drop a new content for Everywhere player who wants to design a specific world. The near future sci-fi world of MindsEYE would create a framework for players to develop their own areas. But it's hard not to see. It's hard not to see new settings that could go for ever more outstanding settings. A AAA experience that drops in fascinating content for the more dedicated Everywhere player to use in now in an interesting ways. The reason for jumping around in terms of settings and storyline could actually be a lot simpler. We don't want to become a sequel company, says Benzi during a question and answer session at the end of the studio-based event. Later, he hinted that there is a bunch of episodes planned already, and that they know what they want to do. But Benzi steers away from any specific, although its early days MindsEYE feel like the best possible advertisement everywhere, which is what makes it so confusing that the team of Babi seems the least ready to talk about this. MindsEYE supposedly has a star composer behind the scene, but the team ain't ready to discuss that yet. And while there's a shooting and driving, it's possible to glean any information about the game at its earlier stage. Perhaps this lack of information and the time since I've left the studio put so much thought into what might look like. The former Grand Theft Auto producer teases a new project, a futuristic gaming within a game called MindsEYE. Former Rockstar president Leslie Benzies first announced Everywhere back in 2017, and then nailed down its nature with more clarity in 2022 as a multi-world experience that blurs the line between reality and the digital world. Not exactly a metaverse, we opt at the time not more of a grown-up take on Roblox. Today, Benzies Studio built a Rocket Boy tease, the first game to be set in the world of Everywhere called MindsEYE, a high-octane AAA or the better word AAA story-driven action-adventure game set in the world futuristic corporation, conspiracy theory, and sinister new technology. Note that MindsEYE, and Everywhere were two distinctive products, which is where the Roblox analogy comes in. Everywhere is a platform and a hub, a vast 3D space with various themed biomes that provide users with borders to user-made minigames and hopefully online events like virtual concert and game premieres in future. Everyone can create and share minigames using everywhere tools and assets, and then publish them through their own personal hubs. Particularly popular games may also be showcased on Everywhere Central Hub. We're trying to make more than a video game here, Vinci told us that. We believe that the world of game is changing. I always find the word game underwhelming for what's actually happening in the industry. We're trying to make a place where people can come to play, where they can build, and where they can share their experience. MindsEYE, on the other hand, is a full-scale, big-budget game, presumably beyond what Everywhere users will be able to create. Build a Rocket Boy hasn't revealed so much about it beyond the teaser, but it will be episodic in each character, telling a separate stand-alone story within the overarching narrative. As each character of MindsEYE is released, content from it will be made available to users in everywhere. Ultimately, the big ambition is to modelize the tools we use to make things like MindsEYE and give them to players so they can make really awesome cinematic immersive experience. Assistant Game Director Adam Whitney said, "Somewhere is expected to go live sometime in 2023, first on PC and with the other platforms set to follow. MindsEYE does not yet have a release date to keep up with what is cooking." The dream behind MindsEYE is to connect every player-driven meet platform to actually build a Rocket Boy has been working on for the last several years. The studio itself is founded by the former Rockstar North president and lead Grand Theft Auto developer Leslie Benzies. And while Everywhere will be free to play when it rolled out on PC at some point later this year, MindsEYE is a premium title where it teases the teaser trailer. Beyond that, we don't have any abundance of information to go on. Besides the fact MindsEYE is a story-driven affair that unfolds a world of futuristic cooperation, conspiracy theory, and sinister new technology. For the creative folks among us, Build a Rocket Boy plan to make the asset featured a MindsEYE available in everywhere. For players to tinker with down the line. At the recent studio visit, we are shown the trailer above via one of everyone's in the Game Cinema Theater, located in Games Entertainment District, one of 4 explorable areas planned for Everywhere sometime in 2023 launch. The game is going to be amazing. The game is going to be free to play. The game is going to bring out the creativity in all of us. And this is just going to be like a free to play game, and it's going to be above and beyond. And it's coming out this year, but we don't know when exactly. But this trailer and everything that goes with it actually makes a lot of sense. So I implore you, indulge you to stay subscribed to the channel, like and comment. and let's know your thought about this trailer as it goes around and is going viral in the gaming world. It's your boy Shark, and I'll see you in the next one. You have a great day and keep safe. Okay? I'll see you all later. Have a great one. Bye-bye.